Hello, welcome to the Trauma Bond with Teresa Bateman podcast. Thank you for being here. I'm your host, Teresa Bateman, and every week I'm going to sit down with a member of my creative community to discuss our traumas, big and small. From the petty to the PTSD to the punchlines of our best jokes, the issues of today, our triggers of the week, and our most problematic opinions, and ultimately how we find the funny in the bad shit that's happened to us. In the end, we'll form a lasting bond. A trauma bond. Sit back, listen, and bond with us, won't you?
And light another dude, cause it's what? It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Trauma Bond with Teresa Bateman. We have such an extra special, gorgeous guest today. I'm so excited she's here with me. She writes, directs, and performs comedy, paints, and makes cartoons. She's a longtime student of astrology. I go to her for all of my astro questions. And she's a professional bartender and Eagles fan. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
Find her everywhere online at AverageLover69. Please join me in welcoming my cuzzy buzzy boo, Margo Bateman.
What's up, y'all? I'm so happy to be
Yay.
here.
Yay.
Buzzy.
I'm so happy to have you. How are you today?
I'm better than I was 6 months ago.
Okay, hell yeah. When we tried to do an episode 6 months ago that did not air because
I need all
it's
y'all
not
to know,
flattering.
as her cousin best friend, I should have been on this a long time ago.
A long time ago, and the intention was there,
but the lighting and
the lighting was bad.
and lighting is everything.
And lighting is everything. And I had just moved into this apartment and I hadn't figured out how to do my setup yet. And so it was a real testing ground.
I also think that my responses to the questions were, I was trying really hard to, be funny.
Yeah.
And then I think that I don't know, I was a little nervous. I think I was a little too nervous. So now
Yeah.
I feel very relaxed.
There we go. I get nervous. I still get nervous, even though it's my thing and I'm doing it in my home. And it's usually people that I know and love that are sitting opposite me. I'm like, ooh.
Of course. I mean, stage fright is also excitement.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like easy to, I don't know. It's like for some reason too, when there's something recording or when there's cameras involved, it's like, it's just, I feel like
Welcome
naturally,
to our life for the past 20 years.
God, wow. I'm so glad we didn't grow up with like TikTok and Instagram as a thing in like middle school. I don't think we would have made it.
Well, having smartphones, I didn't get a smartphone, iPhone until I graduated college. So I was like maybe 22. Before that, though, the phones were still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like they
were cool.
had some good photos and
They were like, I feel like it was more fun because they're in terms of like, because right now it's like, yeah, everybody has an iPhone or an Android that is like just a smartphone. But back then it was like I could get like my red Palm.
They
Palm
still have
Mini
that.
Or like but nobody's going. I mean, not
I have
nobody.
some cool
There are
friends
some
on
people
I have
who
some
are
cool
getting
friends
them.
on Androids.
I do too, of course. But I mean, I know one of my friends has the like flip phone that then becomes a full screen smartphone.
They're
or
so
whatever,
dope.
Which is honestly, I'm considering.
I'm always considering bailing on Apple.
Yeah, because they're evil.
Yeah, I'm like, but it's I don't know, it's a leap. But okay, the smartphones were still cool.
Yeah.
But the iPhone touchscreen stuff, I mean, we had touchscreens with iPods and stuff, but whatever. What I'm concerned about is the access to porn.
Yeah.
Like all the kids, like it's spoiling everybody. All the kids, they need to be, focused on safe sex and monogamy.
We're pro monogamy only. JK.
When you're married. I'm a virgin.
Average lover 69.
Yeah. No, but honestly though, I'm just like, all right, these kids have to really have private, like if they're having access to all the, the crystal ball of the internet at your hands, like I don't want to be knowing what y'all are looking at. And I hope that these kids can compartmentalize because you need to.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing too is that at least what I'm hearing from people who spend more time with younger people or like have kids or whatever is like they're just not hanging because they're so smartphone, internet, app, like TikTok Snapchat, whatever focus, they're really just like not hanging out in real life as much. And
Honest-
therefore they're not developing those like social skills or dating skills or whatever. And therefore then the porn stuff be coming in and doing a little too much.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, it's like I actually do like porn, and I think that, but I find it to be a very private thing. So it's funny that I'm even talking about it. But you had to,
So tell us what you're into.
well,
No, JK.
that will trigger like relationship OCD in my
Yeah.
mind, and I'll start. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding,
That's fine.
but that's what I'm saying. Keep it private, folks. No, 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 no. I'll tell you what I'm not into. No, I'm just kidding. No, I want to get into it. I want to get into it. But wait, okay, now I'm porn brained again. Back to access to Twitter and TikTok or whatever. Me and you, 10 years ago, though, we were rocking the hell out of being thirsty hoes over there.
Yeah. Thoughts.
I feel like we invented TikTok. Dude.
I feel like we were just ahead of our time on pretty much everything.
Time.
Because I feel like the things we were doing on the internet, people were like, what the fuck is this? And now that's what everybody's doing. Like we were dancing in front of the camera, putting it online. People were like, what? Now TikTok dances are a thing. We were filming our comedy show, Red Carpet Comedy, and we were filming everybody's sets and making like a YouTube out of that. And nobody was doing that. And now everyone is filming every fucking show so that people can get material for
and clips and
content.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I talked to some bartender, and we can definitely get into that because I'm a 36-year-old bartender. Okay, so that's like, and I've been doing it for maybe 13 years. So I guess that's my career.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it like this because I'm being serious about income.
Yeah.
No, but and people having fun.
Yeah.
Having a good time. And there's always just like, people are stuck on their phones. Everyone's just smoking crank. No, I'm kidding. They're smoking
crank.
No, they're smoking weed.
Everybody's smoking crank.
Yeah, so I think everyone should be monogamous. Wait till
and
marriage.
Stop smoking crank.
Yeah, stop smoking crank.
No porn.
I don't even know what is, no, I don't want to get into crank. Long story short, what my optimism of the human condition is that people really love hanging out. And it's just me too, but I'm shy. And I think a lot of people are shy, especially the younger kids, because all of this stuff has been happening around the world. And it's like to even have access to the crystal ball of the internet, like it's overwhelming. And it's so easy to isolate, especially since the pandemic, almost 6 years ago.
I know.
So we've become very isolated, but also very aware.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all skewed,
Yeah, because we all have our own little corner of the internet, and the algorithm's only serving us what we're already interested
so it's
in
hard.
Too.
But the thing is, what's great about living in a city, and we've lived in cities our whole entire lives.
Yeah.
We grew up in a city.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to college in city.
Mm-hmm.
Then
we moved to
here.
LA. Yeah.
Damn, dog.
I know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too, because I'm like, should we go to the woods?
Dude, talk about trauma bond. We're like city girls that are fucking traumatized.
We're just like absolutely on edge all the time. I was like, oh yeah, no, growing up in a city and then moving to a bigger city and then moving to another big city. It's like we've lived in nothing but big cities. Grew up in Philadelphia, which at the time was like 5th largest in the country. I think now it's maybe 6th or 7th.
It was also called Philadelphia.
It was called Philadelphia. That was how we referred to it all of high school, and it was the murder capital of the country. Murder capital of the country when we were in high school. And then we can talk about Shanksgiving. When there was a Shanksgiving is what we call the Thanksgiving weekend. We ended up going to we ended up with a bunch of friends going to the mall and being like, oh, weird, the line for Santa is like absurdly long. What's going on over there?
We weren't waiting in line for Santa.
We weren't waiting in line. We were just walking by and observing. Oh God, the Santa line, that seems insane. There's such a huge crowd of people. What's going on? Then cut to seeing blood on the ground, caution tape, somebody got stabbed in the ear.
And I don't know who came up with Shanksgiving, but
I don't remember.
One of us did, because we have a way with words.
We were just riffing in the car, driving back.
Was it Santa that got stabbed?
I don't remember I think it was somebody who was in line for Santa.
A child?
Or a parent of a child. So fucked up. So fucked up. Okay, but to get us on track for the questions of the podcast, Buzzy, do you have anything that you would consider to be your trigger of the week? Anything really pissing you off, grinding your gears, getting you up in arms?
Yeah, I think
reminding you of old wounds.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, I have a 3x5 card with some notes on it.
I love it.
Oh yeah, the classic film Remains of the Day.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Or I don't know if it's The Remains of the Day or
I
just
think it's just Remains.
it's just Remains. It's just Remains.
What? Tell us about it, Buzzy.
Buzzy, it wrecked me.
Who's in that?
Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
And the mom from the Parent Trap reboot with Lindsay
Oh
Lohan.
shit! The British one. Oh, Natasha Richardson.
If that's her name, like, bravo.
She was Liam Neeson's wife. She died in a ski accident. I think I'm pretty sure that's her. I'll look it up.
Well, her and Bono, or not Bono.
Anthony.
No, who else died in a ski accident? Cher's husband.
Oh, I don't know.
Sonny.
So did he? All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do some Googling. Actually.
Dude, that I think so. Or he got seriously injured.
Damn. I mean, same with her. It's like she got a bad head.
Is it really her?
Injury. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the mom from the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, she wrecked me in The Remains of the Day. Or
Oh.
Remains.
Bringing it all back.
Remains. I'm pretty sure it came out in 1993. It's about a butler
Okay.
serving a master who was confused and on the wrong side of history
Ooh.
during the rise of fascism.
Ooh. Okay.
During World War II.
Okay.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Is it set in Italy or?
It's set in England.
Ah.
So this is his English master.
Okay.
Is
right. Yeah, they're both British, but
he's holding meetings, like all of these fascist meetings, which I actually think if you look at some of these scenes of all these white guys, that the meetings with German white guy, German people. So it's like elite money people in England and Germany talking about how fascism is actually better. Yeah. So we're seeing this lead up, and Anthony Hopkins is a butler, and he's still from the old school. Like if anyone ever seen Downton Abbey, like that era of just, they're like live-in restaurant folk, and I get it. Like it hasn't gone, like being a good butler hasn't gone away.
No,
it's just in house. Yeah. So for him, he's basically like the general manager of like fine dining. Yeah. And
in this rich person's home.
And it's never a thought that he should put himself first. But he very much did not politically align with his master. Yeah. Of course. There was a young woman who was a like staff, and she was the head of probably managing all of the waitresses and stuff like that. So she was like the head of the house, and that's the mom from the Parent Trap. Okay. And it's just this quiet spoken tension. I mean, there's still maybe like 20 years age difference between Anthony Hopkins and the mom. But it doesn't seem creepy. It seems like this guy is so reserved that he never expresses his love for her. It's just and it's just this like, and oh God, Buzzy. Oh, it's beautiful.
So it's kind of like a romance situation within the context of a long romantic longing within the context 100%. Of the rise of fascism in England. Okay, I'm like, I've heard of this movie. But yeah, it's just one of those ones.
It triggered me. I cried so much, but I think that's good for me because I watch a lot of classic films, and we grew up watching a lot of classic films. And
side effect of having old dads, I feel like.
Definitely. Yeah. Or perk.
Or perk. Side effect does. I feel like it has a negative connotation. My bad, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A benefit of having
having old dads was we really got taught the classics. Turner Classic Movies was always on at my house.
Oh, so I wanted to say about The Remains of the Day.
Yeah.
There were scenes with these fascist dudes, like the how do you say, like someone who's like, hello, an ambassador from Germany trying to tell this old English guy that fascism is better, and he's and this guy, it's eating this like master alive, but the dude Anthony Hopkins is just like, because like my honor is with him. It's like so strange. Oh, it's so heartbreaking, but it's relevant today, just like we were saying the movie Cabaret.
Yeah. Timely.
Is relevant.
Yep. Here we are again.
It's so scary. It's like one of those things that we really thought history stayed in the books.
Yeah, it's despite all the warnings that history repeats itself, everyone's just like, oh, we're beyond that part. Nope, came circling back. I have actually like an extensive knowledge of fascism specifically in Italy because of my semester in Italy.
That's right.
One of my film courses I took was called Fascism and Anti-Fascism in Italian Cinema. So we were like watching movies specifically.
Teresa's our Italian cousin.
Even though I'm not Italian, but I am like aspirationally Italian, which is so sad.
I mean, you're the most Italian person I know, which means I don't really know any Italians.
Alicia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Alicia's Italian.
Also, Austin's a little Italian.
Okay. I feel like we definitely know. Aaron Lampart's Italian. Shout out Aaron Lampart. We know Italians. It's just, but people always thought I was Italian as a kid, and so then I just went, I guess I am. Because I have dark hair and dark eyes. Okay, that means I'm Italian. And I just went with it. And then I became obsessed with pasta and pizza in Italy in general.
And speaking the beautiful language.
Yes, and speaking somewhat of the language. I'm keeping up my Duolingo.
How many days?
2,340, I think. Or maybe 360.
How many years is that, Buzz?
Over 6 years. I started COVID was like.
So that's your COVID relationship.
That's my COVID, is Duolingo. I've kept it up every fucking day since COVID.
Are there any like Italian groups that we can go and you can speak with them? Because I think that's what adults do when they have like, adult language classes, I think, are just like mingling.
Yeah, I think they do have, I think that even Duolingo at some point or another was like Duolingo meetups where you can like meet up with people in your area. Idea. And I thought about it, but I never ended up doing it because I don't know, it is the only thing that would make you better at a language, but I get so nervous about actually having to speak out loud.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao Bella. I'll go with you.
Arrivederci. That's it. Okay, yeah, you got some words.
Talk about World War II.
I've seen a lot of films.
I know you're the person I
post World War II Italy.
You're the person I talk to when I want to get into Italian cinema.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what triggered me, but also I guess I brought a prop. What always triggers me is this hand lotion that says crepe collection. Well, I'm only gonna pull something out because I also got you a gift.
Okay, I love that you've got like a bag of props. You want to tell us about this cute tote you have?
I did start off as a prop comic back when I was 16.
I remember.
It was just me, a golf club, and a broomstick. Okay, but look, this is Olive Young. It's a tote bag I ordered from Pasadena.
So cute.
It's apparently a like top retailer, skin retailer in Korea.
Oh, I love that. Korean skincare is on point.
Whoa, look what I brought for us to put. We don't have to put it on the podcast, but if we wanted to, it's Korean eye masks.
Oh my God.
So maybe when we take a break, we can put them on.
Or are they the ones that just go right here under your eyes?
Yeah,
nice.
collagen or whatever.
Hell yeah.
God knows I have dark under eyes. Whatever. It's probably hereditary. Probably everything is hereditary.
Yeah.
And the best you can do is like fucking rest.
Yeah.
I mean, another big trigger is just every time I open up Instagram.
Yeah, totally.
So
there's a huge investment in making us feel like inferior or
it's
insecure.
Relentless.
It is relentless. That's why I have to just not engage. I don't follow like beauty accounts or anything like that.
The thing is, I still do. That's the thing. So I actually, because the truth is, there are little bits of knowledge that I find valuable, mostly with like traditional Chinese medicine and design, like feng shui and yoga. So I guess,
well, those are all good
culture practices that I find to be beneficial to balance out all this like stress from living in America.
Are those accounts just also shoving beauty products too?
They're all shoveling frameworks and courseworks and digital products and ways to improve yourself. I think so I'm reading or I'm listening audiobook to Jane Fonda's My Life So Far.
Oh.
And she started writing it maybe at like 59 or something. She says the curtains have opened on her third act.
Oh wow.
And she's reflecting, which is so great. I feel like me and you always reflect.
Yeah, big time.
And we're in our second act.
Yeah. And
so she's reflecting, and I know it's going to get good. I know it's going to get good about talking about being a woman. Like she's talking about like perfection because she felt so scared.
Yeah.
When her dad divorced her mom. because her mom was kind of sickly
Mm-hmm.
and ended up killing herself.
Oh God.
And so for her, Jane Fonda is saying, I had like when things were out of her control or so scary or traumatic, it's this like little girl being like, I can make this better. I can make this better.
Totally.
And I get that.
Yeah, of course. That's like, I feel like that's just the root for so many people.
And she said that she like left, like she would see her little brother just be so honest with his feelings. Like and this is really early in the book. And she's saying, Peter Fonda, and she's saying, you know, our dad would take us out fishing and he would ask us to like hook the bait on the fish hook, and the brother is like crying, being like, no, ew, I'm grossed out. And then Jane Fonda's like, somewhere I left myself behind. Peter was just being him, but for me, I thought I had to be strong for my dad, and I just took the worm and squished it on the, you know, and I just did it, you know, because I'm the Lone Ranger. And I get it. I get the idea of being a little girl who's people pleasing.
Yeah.
And if anything, it's making you kind of tough.
But it's like shutting you off from your actual self-knowledge
Yeah.
and self-desires, and like, yeah, I mean, I relate to that big time. For sure.
There's a Haley Williams song where in one of her most recent album where she's like, I'm so hard, and she's just talking about like basically that, like being a hard woman.
Yeah.
Because that's just, I guess I don't know why.
I mean,
are there a lot of men out there saying, you don't got to be hard?
I feel
you can
like
lean on me.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's conditioning in so many ways, because I feel like the inherent nature of being conditioned and raised socially as a girl or a woman is to just completely shut off your connection to yourself for the benefit of everybody else.
Especially the strong man in the house.
Yeah. And it's like the second you do want to actually be honest, people are calling you difficult, calling you a bitch, calling you whatever. So then you learn to just be either embrace that and be like, I guess I'm a bitch and I'm going to go even harder at being a bitch, or you like go within yourself and shy away and then just like, yes, whatever you say, whatever you say, whatever you need, I don't exist.
And then you become a dominatrix in the bedroom. You take that out on some men, some poor pay pigs.
Fuck them pay pigs.
You can Venmo us at Margo Bateman LOL and
Bad Gal Tariri.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got you a gift though.
Oh,
and it's not that I picked. It's not one of those gifts where you pick it out and say, I thought of my cousin, my best friend cousin. It's one of those gifts where I went shopping on the Real.
Oh my God.
And thought that I would like it. And then now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think I like it. Maybe Teresa's going to like it.
This is the first time I've ever gotten a gift on the pod, so thank you. Margo's snapping for
if that's not the best like entrance, just because that's our dad's style. Like the Bateman style is to always come bearing a gift.
Always come,
and then you Irish exit.
Irish exit meaning drunk.
We really, really pick up, like, I would say we really give leprechaun vibes. Look what I got you.
Luck of the Irish.
Well, I thought it was so cool online. I think it's going to be great for your dance class.
Oh my God, is this on the butt?
I have no idea, dude. Is it the butt or the front?
It's the front.
Can you show it to the camera?
They're acid wash stretchy shorts, and they've got like metallic-y blue paint on the front. I feel like I do love the acid wash. The paint, we'll see, but I want to try them. Oh, they are. It literally is called the Real.
No, that's just the tag the Real puts on it. I think it has the label on it. I don't know what that label is.
But I didn't know when you said the Real that was a place. So that's funny.
Oh, sick.
Jamonier.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm excited.
Well, I got that.
We'll do a fashion show later.
Awesome. I got that with my vest that I'm wearing.
Okay, tell us the story of the vest.
This is a 100% polyester Bob Mackie.
Ooh, Bob
vest.
Mackie.
It's kind of like it's oversized. It's kind of like a muumuu, but it keeps me very warm.
That's
and
good.
It keeps my arms free.
There you go.
I always wondered about vests. I was like, why do they exist? Why? But guess what? I bartend on the roof. Stop pointing fingers. I bartend on the roof and of a old hotel in downtown Los Angeles, and it gets pretty cold up there sometimes. But if I'm making drinks, you got to have your arms free.
You got to have your arms
free.
So
here we are after like maybe 35 years. I've been wondering what's the deal with vests.
And you finally figured it out.
But it's a Bob Mackie who's obviously like the guy who Cher wears all his sparkly sequence dresses.
Obsessed. They got little medals on it.
Yeah.
Is Cher your birthday twin?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We share a birthday.
Hey.
No, but this Bab Mackie, it has 3 medallions on it.
I love it. It's very cute. So fashion.
1 medallion for each of my psychotic breaks.
She's a champion, folks. She's a champion.
It's not easy to recover from those.
No, I can't imagine it would be.
Buzzy. Yeah, I know.
Buzzy.
You know, it's like complete. It's a complete crash out, burnout.
Yeah.
And then like it's almost. I feel it's very Scorpion.
Yeah.
Very Pluto and Scorpio for
Yes.
me. Also, we're Aquarius North nodes, so
Yes.
if there's any astrology people out there, pick up on what we're putting down. Reach out, talk to us.
Reach out, talk about astrology.
Especially if you were an Aquarius North node.
Oh, yeah, we want to hear from the Aquarius North Nodes. Aquarius North Nodes, right on into the podcast.
Well, what I mean by Scorpion, it's like that kind of you build yourself up. You build yourself up. You get to a certain phase in your life where you're like, I have new friends. I have an income. I have like a social, like I'm doing all these things. But then you kind of burn out. Something psychologically freaky happens. And then you like literally are like you fucking burn.
Something psychologically freaky. I like that. I like that term.
Yeah.
Can you think of a time you were at like a party or a social gathering and you had a story that you swore was going to crack everybody up, but everyone was actually just kind of like, wait, that's actually really sad. Are you okay?
When my mom died, she sang, "Don't cry for me, Argentina," or something like that. And me and my sister were just like, okay. Those were like her last words.
Oh, Linda.
Yeah.
Linda.
And another one is like when my dad died like 8 years earlier than that, he was on his deathbed and was trying to give me some sort of life advice. And I was just so like, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. So then he was like, and that, and I blanked out and I was like, I think I might have ADD. He's like, and that, and I like blanked out. And then 2 minutes later, he's like, is this meaning of life? Never forget.
And that is how you came to find that you have ADD.
I think that's the origin story.
The origin story. You're telling everybody your ADD origin story.
Well, before that, I had played clarinet full
Mm-hmm.
time.
Oh, honor band,
All of it.
city.
Private lessons.
You were in the city. What was it?
All Philadelphia High School Orchestra.
All Philadelphia High School Orchestra. There it is.
2008.
Hey, baby.
I was the principal's second chair clarinetist.
Let's go.
There's always a little bit of me not trying hard enough.
Same, Buzzy. Same. And I think that is
Give it 80%.
Yeah.
Reserve 20%. So then when they come and try to knock you out, you get back up and go pop, pop. And then you're just like, yo, Adrian. You want to see my sweat stains?
Yeah. Hey, let's see. Relatable.
Right?
There's nothing, I've been cycling through different types of men's deodorant now too to try to get a handle on the pit sweat. Nothing works. Pit sweat just keeps coming for me.
I honestly think we're at a point where Vogue says it's okay to have wrinkled clothes. It's okay to have pit stains.
Yeah,
people.
literally, what am I supposed to fucking do about it? Other than apparently you can get Botox in your pits and try to get the sweat glands under control like that. But
I don't
have
know.
no money for that.
Yeah, it's definitely the money issue. But also, I get bombarded with lymphatic drainage stuff.
Oh, me too, Buzzy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The types of targeted ads I get about lymphatic drainage and tight fascia and stuff is out of control. And it's always some weird like piece of fruit, but like it's like a cartoon of a piece of fruit that's also a human.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like singing a song, an AI song that's not actually a song, that someone just was like, they wrote copy, like, hey, this is what we have to tell people about fascia, put it in an AI song creator. And then it's just like, when your fascia's tight, don't you know you can't do, and it's just like, but they're just speaking a paragraph, and then it's to a tune that is not a real
Dude,
like,
that's
song
bringing
with any
up
song structure.
the woes of AI.
It's so scary. I hate it.
It's Google 3.0. It's Wikipedia 3.0.
I hate it.
We just, people need to question everything. Not to a point of like
Literally.
severe paranoia, but research is based on finding information and then finding the source of that information and then checking that source to see if it's accurate.
Yeah, and nobody's doing that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of like everyone's being given a blanket
Yeah.
and no one's understanding that the blanket comes from yarn.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love that. I love that.
I'm just looking at your beautiful apartment and I'm just like, there's so much fabric around here.
Yeah, are we thinking enough about the fabric that created that couch? But that is in terms of information. People really need to be, I mean, myself included.
Yeah, me too. It's deconstruction. You have to deconstruct every paragraph of information and like break it down and say what are they actually saying? And that's why so much of this the digital product era of the coursework that can improve your life, you're just like, all right, well, I'm scrolling past this. Why am I stopping at the fascia thing? And it's like, because I never heard of fascia, but it's apparently a huge part of your body. It's like your connective tissue or something.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're kids, because we're just now not being young.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just now not being young is such a funny
No, but
way
it's
to say
true.
it. But it's like
we were young for our whole lives. I never had to worry about fascia.
Yeah, we're entering middle age. Things are happening. I'm like getting every few months in dance, I'm getting some sort of small injury or like
but
pulling
it's sick
something.
That you dance though.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. But
it's
going
to keep you young.
I agree. It's supposed to be one of the best things you can do for your brain and body because in terms of like preventing dementia and stuff too.
Good, because then you can take care of me.
Yeah.
You can read me the Notebook.
Okay, I got you.
But wait, so exercise, fascia, bombarded, lymphatic drainage. I mean, I have a gua sha tool in my bag.
I need to get one, or I have one in there, but I need one of those brush ones. That's why I'm like, there's so many things I need to be doing. I mean,
but I just don't think we actually do need it, which is why I start, because it's the lymphatic drainage is about walking. Everything is about having everything about health is reduced to sleep, activity, and nourishment.
Yeah, food.
So
food,
it's just
sleep.
Nourishment.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, it's just, and I do believe that it's the phone and the camera always being on because you want to be camera ready all the time for some reason.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting, but this is part of just now not being young.
Yeah.
Is that being young, it kind of matters. When you said earlier, I wouldn't want to grow up in high school with TikTok or Twitter. Why?
Because I feel like it's just contributing to, first of all, there's like lots of misinformation. So I feel like knowing reality would be hard, but also makes people really self-conscious because they're having to be concerned with showing off their life or being confronted with their own image or comparing themselves to other people at a really, really, really impressionable brain-forming age where you're like trying to figure out who the fuck you are. So I just feel like it's not good for kids' mental development. And there's lots of bullying on there too.
The cyberbullying must be out of control.
Yeah.
I think about this growing or living in LA for the last, since 2014. And then I think I might have had a year and 4 months away in Philly or whatever, or in Texas. But it's so overwhelming to me how many high schools there are in this city because I know just the culture of every high school is different. And, it gets so crazy to think about how many people there are in every little school and that those people define a big chunk of your life.
Yeah.
Or you have to interact with these people before you can make your own independent choice to interact with people somewhere else in a different part of the city and a different part of the country. If you're traveling, and then this goes into being overwhelmed by that because of the wealth separation.
Yeah.
And I do know on TikTok and MySpace, guys.
MySpace.
TikTok and MySpace, Tumblr.
Throwback. I miss MySpace.
You're seeing access. You have access into a skewed portal of other people's life. And we can just say that the movie Parasite is a great reference to just Parasite. These two kids having their phones and then being able to try to maneuver any sort of opportunity for themselves. But I just want to say it gets really petty on the internet and I am just like, okay, why are people talking about poor people's eyes?
What?
There's like poor people eyes, and then they talk about people as like apparently the algorithm pushes places that are like the bigger houses, the more lighting. So then they have like poor people lighting.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know about this. I stay off of that
I
version
know.
of the
I'm actually
internet.
I'm really toxic. I'm a toxic troll. That's why
what,
I don't
like,
really hang out that much
people
anymore.
on the internet get so, I don't know, everyone has an opinion about everything, even stuff they don't know. People are always angry and think, I don't know, it's a cesspool of I think we all need to dial back our online time, as I hope people engage with this podcast on
Yeah, well, maybe you guys
social
are on a
media.
walk right now and being like, dang, those Bateman cousins.
I feel like, just for any of the listeners, I mean, I'm sure there are listeners who know us both personally, but I'm sure there's also many who don't. Margo and I are cousins, obviously from our father's side, because we both have the same last name, Bateman. We are 6 months apart. I am almost exactly 6 months older than Margo. I'm a Sagittarius. She is the last day of Taurus.
Which is why I copy Teresa.
Which is the narrative has been, even as we were kids, because we both played clarinet, we both had our dads die. This was one of my first stand-up jokes, was us being competitive cousins.
Yeah,
And
we bonded over like, dark comedy films.
yeah, that's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. God, I'm just remembering going to the movies senior year and like seeing The 10 and then like literally punching each other in the arm over and over just because of how hard we were laughing at.
Yeah, and that was also
movie.
That was also before we left Philadelphia, and then we had friends that were like, "Why are you hitting me when you're laughing? You guys are really intense."
Sorry, Philly people are just built different.
I just have a lot of like feelings and anger and aggression, and I guess I'm taking it out on somebody that I like. So maybe now I need to reflect on that, for
Buzzy, we should take a boxing classes. I
Dude,
feel like that would be really good.
I love it because I took 3 months of Muay Thai boxing.
Oh, yeah?
Back in like 2020.
When you were in Philly.
Because my sister, who your cousin,
my other cousin Maria,
she did Muay Thai for like 5 or 6 years, and so I did it.
Yeah, I remember
and
her doing
I
Muay
really
Thai.
needed to get some anger out that summer, and I was in really good shape too. Actually, it was really good. But when I came back to Philly, okay, so I was living in Philly for I was living in Philly for a year in 2019, 2020, and then I was moving back to LA. So in that time, I was practicing Muay Thai. But then when I got back to LA, I even had like a bag, like a really good boxing bag and gloves. But then once I, took the time to wrap up my hands, because you have to wrap up your hands properly, and then you put on your gloves, I was like, where's my anger? Like, I'm not even angry anymore. But for like 3 months, I was really angry, and I was able to like really get training.
Yeah.
But once you're not angry, or if it's not as easy, it's not as easy to punch. But I think that me and you really, our chemistry creates this fire that we do get really angry really easily when we're around each other.
It's really, I mean, I think it's also just, I feel like I have a lifetime of repression of anger within me that, like, I mean, in more recent years,
it needs to be
like,
accessed. That's what I have it too.
Yeah.
I retain water and
anger. I retain water and anger. And you know what? Same.
And it's affecting my cortisol.
Oh,
see, God. Another buzzword.
Oh, lymphatic drainage, the fascia.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, fascia.
Fascia. But
what was the word I just said?
Lymphatic.
No, it was another word.
I forget.
Damn,
I have ADHD too, and I can't remember
I
anything.
know. I wanted to talk to you about that.
It's just like brains are like.
Yeah, I actually have. I think everything's going great so far.
Wait, Buzzy, I'm gonna ask you another question.
Okay.
Look,
it even says Buzzy ADHD on the card.
That's so funny. Oh my God, we're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Do you have anything that you experienced as a kid that you thought was like just normal and regular that everybody experienced, but then when you grew up and you left home, you realized it was really just particular to either Philly or your household or your family? And
very good question.
Thank you.
The smell of marijuana.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Like you just smelled it all the time, thought that was part of life.
Having an old dad.
Yeah, that too.
So when I met like somebody from grade school's dad that was like didn't have gray hair, and like looked kind of like just a dude, I was like, that can't be your dad. That must be like your brother.
Yeah. That must be your right, because we also had siblings who were old enough to be parents.
Yes. Well, okay. This was I think was definitely something weird. People on the streets would approach my dad, your uncle, and ask for money. Obviously, that's very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But they would call him dad.
Whoa.
So I'd be like, why is
They call Uncle Tony dad?
Gigolo did?
Gigolo did. All right, Gigolo.
So I was like really confused. I was like, is that my brother? But it wasn't. Gigolo is just the neighborhood guy.
Yeah. And he would call your dad dad. I didn't know that. Like, I knew that for context too, both Margo and I, both of our dads we were children from their second marriages. They had first marriages with a bunch of kids. They were much older than our mothers, but they were also both in their fields of work and communities very revered in the city of Philadelphia. Margo's dad was a lawyer. My dad was a teacher. And so they had a far reach. Lots of different kinds of people all over knew them. And so they always be running into people.
Right?
So yeah, my dad would always just get Mr. Bateman since he was a teacher, but somebody calling your dad dad is so interesting. I did not know that.
I'm just like, Gigolo.
Gigolo, what?
You're wacky-o. Oh my God, podcasts are so interesting because it's like a long conversation, which I love having. I can talk to you for constantly for the rest of my life, but it's also, I'm just like, and this happened to me the other week. Okay, I wanted to promote the Golden Gopher open mic on Tuesdays.
Ooh.
I'm not hosting it. It's actually Nigel's mom who's hosting it. If you guys know anything about the Golden Gopher, it has the oldest liquor license in LA County.
Oh.
It's downtown. It's across the street from my hotel job. And it has an open mic now. And so when I was there for the first one and the floor was open, like I could just take it for as long as I could handle it.
Hell yeah.
But guess who didn't handle it that long? Because I got kind of like, I wasn't prepared to do a long set just because in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to share the stage with all these people. But there's only a few people at the open mic. Mm-hmm. So then she was like, you guys can talk for as long as you want. So then I started doing my thing. But then I was like, I think it's been like 15 minutes and I'm hogging the stage. Like, so then I started getting kind of like, and I gave it back. So
yeah. Okay.
So now I'm like, all right, but I do think that I think the mic it started a few weeks ago, but for all the comics listening, it's a sweet spot. I mean, the setup's kind of weird, but it's a sweet spot, especially if it's not so busy. Yeah. You could probably get the mic for a long time.
So that's what is there when it is full? Is there a general rule about how long your set has to be?
I don't know yet because it was such a new. It's such a new mic.
It literally just started. Okay.
All right. Tuesday nights at the Golden Gopher.
What time?
I'm thinking like 7 is maybe when it starts.
Okay. Tuesdays at 7 at the Golden Gopher open mic. For any of you all listening that want to try your hand at stand-up comedy or get back in the game or whatever, practice your shit. There you go. That's the hot tip.
I mean, and also to be an entertainer, we gotta keep it going.
Yeah,
let's keep going. Because I could talk to you forever, but like this is an episode, right? Like, oh my goodness.
Can you think of something that felt traumatic at the time, but now you look back and laugh? And maybe how did you get to a place where you could laugh about it?
Weaning off of antidepressants and having brain zaps.
Oof.
Actually, nothing's funny about that. Don't start Zoloft.
Oh, God. Don't even start.
No, Zoloft is awesome. But no, it's so annoying.
Well, I'd say this is more of a fuck the American healthcare system situation than anything else. Because why are people losing access to their meds and then having to deal with brain zaps, you know?
It's so awful. But what was the question again?
The question is, can you think of something that felt traumatic when you were like going through it, but now you're able to laugh about it? And how did you get to a place of being able to laugh about it?
Going to an all Catholic girls high school.
Yeah, there you go.
When I went there, I was just like, oh God, what's happening? But that's just because I went to a public grade school in Philly called C.W. Henry. Shout out if anybody's listening from C.W. Henry. And when I went to Catholic school, it was a culture shock wearing this like weird potato sack uniform, being taught by nuns, meeting girls from Northeast Philly.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Shout out to Alicia.
Hey.
But now it's definitely like rich of I have rich memories of being taught by nuns and making friends with them and also making enemies and making them cry. And not tears of happiness.
We got to talk about you bullying nuns.
Yeah, because they deserve it.
They certainly do. They've done a lot of bullying in their time.
And they show so much weakness, you know, just by the outfits they wear.
Wait, please explain what you mean by that.
Look at their
You mean because of the actual, you mean the
their
actual
habits.
the habit? Sister Act 2, back in the habit.
Yeah, it's not as cool as that. They're all walking around and just like really tacky.
Did the nuns at your school have to wear the habit the whole time?
Some of them did.
Okay. Because I went to a Catholic middle school and our nuns just dressed regular. They did not wear habits. They just wore like skirt and sweater and like had their regular
I had
hair
a couple
out.
of those.
Yeah.
Actually, the one that didn't wear a habit got a DUI. So what do you say?
So it seems like you guys should be in your uniform.
Yep,
because
once
like you
you break
shouldn't
the
take your uniform off. Seems like you gotta keep it in line. Oh my god, a nun getting a DUI is such a funny. It's just such a funny thing to hold in your brain. Like wait, those two things don't go together.
I know. Isn't that what I read like the joke workbook, because you know when you do stand up, your audience wants you to tell jokes. Yeah. So you go, all right, well, how do I write a joke? Like it's, you know, it's a really, you think to yourself, because sometimes people just want to do stand up before they realize that requires telling jokes.
Yeah, it requires some writing and performance
skills. So one in this workbook or whatever, and I, you know, you got to know the rules to break them. I still don't know any rules, but what I'm trying to say is
true.
Okay. But then in this book, they're like, all right, so I hate that I'm like always pointing. If I had nails, I'd be clicking.
Nuns.
The nuns.
In the uniform DUI.
Oh yeah, a nun and then a DUI, you said, are two unrelated things. So it makes it funny
when they're together.
Yeah. But what makes it even funnier is that it's true. Shout out.
How did you come to find that one of the nuns at your school had a DUI?
Molly told me.
How did Molly know?
We gotta have Molly on the podcast.
I know, I've been talking about it. So Molly is Margo's best friend from middle school, who also then became one of my best friends in high school. And we love her. Shout out Molly DeLeon. But how the fuck did Molly find out that the nun had a DUI? All right, we got to call Molly up on the podcast at some point and get her.
I think it was probably on Facebook, or it might have been like, because you know you have
like after you were done at school.
Yeah, after we were done.
My brain was interpreting that as like when you were in high school, you found out that one of the nuns got a DUI.
No, but we
this
definitely
is like
expected. She was like, Jesus is my husband, and I was like, sure.
That's kind of their whole thing, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right, you dumbass. Jesus is dead.
I basically, that would really, see, Teresa is a bad influence on me.
Because I'm getting you to be anti-Catholic?
Yeah, Teresa puts all the she's like the book of, or the box of Pandora's box.
Of just pointing out all the weird shit about Catholicism and religion in general.
You've been pointing out the weird shit about everything since we were kids.
Yeah, that's
so I've just always been like,
wow, thank you for acknowledging that. That feels really nice.
Dude,
because
I
do feel like I've been like that since I was a kid. I've just been like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I know that you're, but that's, well, so then you're kind of, sometimes you're like, damn, Teresa, can we just like watch this movie?
Yeah, that's so
But then
true.
if you actually realize what she's saying, then it becomes like everything's really funny. That's why I love your comedy. It's slow burn.
Thanks, Buzz. Yeah, I do remember trying to watch when we were all like, one of the times Janelle, our other friend Janelle Randall, shout out to her, who used to run Red Carpet
Which
Comedy
would be a great
us.
guest too.
Yeah, honestly, she should just come do it when she's in town.
Okay, let's do
That'll
that.
be the next. Yeah,
I would love to produce that episode.
Yeah, we can maybe whatever. We'll figure out a schedule once she's actually here. So one of the times Janelle's dad was in town, which Janelle's dad would come to LA for business every so often. He would rent a pre-furnished apartment downtown LA, and we would
shout out to Level.
Yeah, shout out to Level DTLA. We would have like movie nights, and I remember one time we all like went and swam in the pool and then came inside to watch, and we were trying to watch The Sixth Sense. And shout out to our friend Brody Reed as well, who was there. Brody had never seen The Sixth Sense, but I didn't realize that he had never seen it, and so we were watching it, and I was just like cracking jokes, making fun of all the dumb shit, and I was just like, this guy's dead the whole time, and he doesn't realize his wife never says 2 words to him for the whole movie. He's just talking to him fucking self. And then Brody was like, I've never seen this. Like, can we just watch the fucking
so
movie?
can we please,
Like,
so Teresa just acknowledged it, which this could be a great like little clip that could introduce our film podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my thing about watching movies is I want to make a podcast where I'm like telling you why your favorite film sucks because I'm pointing out all
Yeah.
this shit that doesn't make sense.
And then I'll be like, okay, but let's think about
But how can we enjoy it?
like, yeah, well, it's more of like, I guess you're right, Buzzy. It does suck. No.
Okay, is there a time in your life where you look back at your behavior and you go, oh shit, I was really going through it? But like at the time you felt like your behavior was totally normal, but then now in retrospect you're like, ooh, dang, I was going through some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first thing that pops up is I had these business cards. I was really trying to figure myself out as a artist back when I was like 24, and this was before we started doing stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So we were always me and Teresa were always into the comedic arts. Keep in mind, she's 6 months older, and I say we all the time because maybe I'm just her little cousin who's kind of like her twin.
No, I think we are both independently interested in comedy.
Well, I think it's in our blood.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's interesting because it's like we do have all these things in common. But first of all, let's put it out there. Even if we did start clarinet at the same time, Teresa moved on to doing acting and like film. You stopped clarinet.
I stopped clarinet after 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, because you went into high school at the Kappa, a creative and performing arts high school, and did film and acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I then carried on the clarinet in high school.
Yeah. It was just funny because we both so something also interesting. Margo and I have a period of years we call the lost years between our father's deaths. My dad died in 1999, and shortly thereafter, it just like
6 years later,
we just didn't really see each other for many years after my dad died. It was like who knows what the fuck my mom was up to,
or what my mom was up to.
Yeah,
we literally lived like down the block from each other. We
lived in the same like neighborhood of Philly, but we never saw each other. And then we kind of reconnected. We would like run into each other at Hollywood Video or Blockbuster sometimes. I remember meeting Molly like that and being like, who's this fucking weird girl?
Molly is delightful. Just another shout out to her. She's kind of like a bizarro Bateman.
She is.
But everyone has them. I would say she's like the Kimmy Gibbler of our lives.
So funny. I love Molly. But we like would run into each other.
She's cooler than Kimmy Gibbler.
She's way cooler than Kimmy Gibbler.
And people out, Uncle Jesse.
And people aren't treating her like shit the way they treat those grown men treated Kimmy Gibbler like shit, which is really fucked up actually. But we would like run into each other in the neighborhood sometimes and be like, oh, there's my cousin. We were best friends as children, but then like my dad died and then we like stopped seeing each other. But we started clarinet truly at the same time, completely independently of each other.
Isn't that so weird?
Which is so weird.
And I remember finding out because I remember my dad was like loved Teresa, obviously. And I love Teresa too. But I remember him being like, Margaret, guess what? And me coming down like, hey, like excited. And he's like, guess who also started the clarinet? And I was like, who? And he's like, Teresa. And I was like,
fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, long story short, we're actually really compatible as like friends because we do have the same interests, but we do attack things differently.
Yeah.
And they're complementary. So
we're very different. Like we have the same interests, but we are very different at the end of the day. And it's just funny because I feel like my mom would always put it through the lens of being competitive. Like, Margaret's copying you by playing the clarinet. And I'd be like, what? Like,
I thought you were copying me by playing the clarinet.
Of course you thought that. But that's what I'm like, it's so interesting because I'm like, I didn't have it. I remember being in middle school and they came to our like 4th grade class and they were like, these are the instruments you could choose from. And I just went, I want that one. And
I have to put it out there, Buzzy. I started in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
That's what I'm. But also,
it's 4th to 8th grade for me.
Yeah. No, I started very young, like maybe 2nd grade. But Teresa literally can sing her heart out. Like I'm telling, it's not a talent competition. It's all good. But what also I found really interesting was that independently of each other during the lost years, I got really into cinema, film, and we said we ran into each other at Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
But like it's interesting because Teresa was always goofing around with a camera. Like she had a camera with her friends and they would always make videos and movies and they did acting and theater and stuff. But I definitely rented a lot of movies and I was obsessed with dialogue and scripts. So in my mind, I was like, I got to be a screenwriter. Yeah. And then I feel like, well, you were a little bit more performative, like out there or whatever. And I do see them. I see myself when I see myself as a performer. And I also think a lot of like in comedy, they expect you to also be an actress.
Yeah.
And I do.
A lot of people get into it because they want to do that, but then they're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's always just been about the goofs. Dude.
Yeah.
It's about the goofs.
Dude. It's about the goofs, dude.
It's about the goofs. How many goofs have we had? But long story short, I think I could act. I would just, it's not interesting to me to try to tap into so many different, a variety of like psyches at this stage in my life because I'm still interested in my own personal story.
Yeah.
And so I do respect actresses and comedic actresses. But I don't want to shy behind the curtain as a performer. It's just like, I kind of want to do my thing and then I want to be able to make things. And then like, I don't know. It's hard because I do stray away from the spotlight.
Yeah. I mean, you're still getting into other people's psyches when you're writing. It's just that you're not like embodying them. And that's just as valuable too.
It's private.
Yeah, and that's
For
fine.
me. Yeah.
But
I do want to be more like Buzzy. Like I would like you to choreograph me at least one dance.
Okay, here's the thing.
I need help.
A few people in the comedy space have been asking me when I'm going to teach a dance class or something. So got ideas brewing.
Can it be a class where it's actually like a routine that's easy?
That would be what I would want to do.
Thank you. Because I want to be able to, I don't want it to, like, I get it. Like I get somatic exercises and like spiritual things and free form improv. But the truth is I want to be able to like, you go, all right, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and me actually do it. Because when I took a class at the Sweat Spot before, it was just so fast.
Yeah.
That's my body doesn't like.
Yeah. I'll find us some fun like beginnery classes that we could try to go to together.
But I want your class.
Well, but yeah, I mean, in the meantime, I don't know when that's going to happen, quite frankly, just because of the many things I'm currently involved with. But I would like to do it. It's something that I'm like, I need to figure out how to get the fuck out of my day job. It's just another one of those things.
I get it.
If anyone independently wealthy wants to fund our ability to be artists and
how much would that cost? Okay, so I want to put it out there. So I was bartending an event on the roof. It was a celebratory someone just designed a video game, and it's like the video game community, and it's been this past week some sort of conference for video game people. There's a niche for everything. And I talked to a voice actor named Michael, and I want to shout out this voice actor named Michael. But I also, because I'm not trying to take his credit for what he said, which I think was interesting. He said that what he did was when he was a server in New York, he decided that he was going to hermit himself for about a year with money, and then so like not go out, not spend anything, to save up about a year's worth of living expenses, so that then he can spend a year putting himself in the same places that rich people put themselves in. Because the frustrating thing about being an artist who's also working class is that most of your time is spent at work.
Yep.
And so kids who don't have to worry, grown adults who have gotten like financial like literacy lessons from their family's lawyer so they don't squander their trust fund. Those people exist among us in Echo Park and Silver Lake, and they work because they like to be a part of the community.
Yeah.
And it's not out of fucking necessity.
Yeah.
But they're the ones giving financial advice.
Yeah, always.
And it's really, really fucking stressful and annoying.
Yeah.
But what this guy was saying is those are the people who are going to all the auditions to be voice actors. And those are all the people that are going to 3 or 4 different acting classes and all the improv and grinding on the mic or whatever.
Yeah, being able to dedicate themselves fully to developing their craft.
That's why we hate you guys. We don't, and it's funny because there's probably so many people out there who have trust funds and do not, and not even at the extent of trust funds, but even have parents that help them out. Like
but having a safety net.
Yeah,
period.
it's not. And when we say nepo babies, it's not like actually like we're technically nepo babies because
of Uncle Henry being
Henry Gibson,
a successful character actor in his day, but he has since died, and we've never gotten any benefit from that, for the record.
Yeah, and also
other than the acting books he would send me as a kid.
And also there is benefit. We can definitely talk about that.
Gap gift cards every Christmas.
Yeah, we have advantages of the fact that we were given screenplays as kids. We were encouraged. But financially, it just wasn't the case. And I get that there's a lot of nepo babies out there that aren't rich.
Yeah.
But so then I even think it doesn't matter if you're related to somebody in the industry. It matters how much money your family has in your bank.
Yes.
Even like Chloe Zhao.
Yeah.
Fucking, I found out is like came up super, super rich.
I think somebody recently told me that too.
But
I
it's
didn't
just
know
it's a
that.
headline. So it's
Yeah.
like, that's bad press for her.
Yeah.
But I'm also just like, okay, whatever, because there's still beauty. Like, I thought Hamnet was one of the best movies
Hamnet
I've
was
ever seen in my
incredible.
life.
It was
and
so good.
Talk about like being wrecked by The Remains of the Day.
Oof.
Before Remains of
Hamnet
the Day,
had me sobbing.
I've
like,
never sobbed. Other
like,
than Remains of the Day, I
hard.
sobbed.
So hard.
Whew.
Yeah, that was an excellent
So rich
film.
people can make good art.
Of course. Good artists come from all different types of backgrounds. It's really just at the end of the day, I think what working class people are starving for, not other than
thirsty.
Other than what we're thirsty, starving, whatever the fuck for, outside of access,
Who's
is like
over there?
Is acknowledgement.
Just acknowledgement
Like,
that you've
literally
had the time.
just admit that you don't have to worry about money.
And
Like,
it
even
doesn't stress
yesterday,
you
I was
out.
talking to an artist friend of mine that I know from dance, and we were just chit-chatting, and they were asking me what I do for work, and I was mentioning where I work, and then I was asking, and then I was just like, but, my goal is to be a full-time working artist. That's the dream. That's what I've always wanted, but it's just, like
podcaster.
And they were like, all of it. And they were like, I happen to just be really lucky that I found a partner who built his own wealth and became successful and wants to support me. And I was like, you just even admitting that is like leagues above most people who don't want to like
it's just the acknowledgement. And that's why I said, when I said that's why we hate you, we don't really hate you, because it's all a mix. Like, it's the game of society. And
it's also just like, for me, I feel if you are someone who didn't really have to worry about money, and if you are someone who's able to, and I acknowledge, work hard at building your craft because you never had to worry about also keeping a roof over your head. When there are opportunities, and there are people who do this, but I feel like many people don't. But shout out to the ones that do. Just fucking open doors for people that that are talented, that don't get those opportunities, that aren't in those rooms, that don't have that access, that don't have, or like,
it's
throw some fucking money their way so that they can take a class that might help get them to the next level. Like, there's so much people with privilege can do to help people who don't have it. And I feel like there's still this concentration of just like gatekeepiness that a lot of people continue to perpetuate, and it's annoying.
On that note, we are looking for sponsors for this podcast because we need to get this like sweet thing off the 9-to-5 grind.
I'm so tired of it.
I know, because it's not even okay. So what this guy said, this voice actor, he said he saved up for a year so that he can go to auditions, and it was enough money. He said he saved maybe like $30,000 or something.
Wow. Okay.
But it was enough so that he was able to go to auditions enough to now he's full-time voice actor.
That's amazing.
So it's kind of like so imagine if you hey, anyone out there who grew up with generational wealth, imagine a year of your life blackout and you're just working as a server, so that in a year you can do what you're doing. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but like
a year of your life is gone. You don't get to do anything you really want to do.
But then that puts you in the room with your contemporaries.
Yeah. Oh, Buzzy. I don't know that I like, that's the thing. So many people aren't even making enough to save anything.
No, that's the
my struggle.
part.
I'm like,
and I'm wondering are we gonna, in like 20 years, is there gonna be like a collective lawsuit against like Amazon and everything on how everything has been, the smartphones, the smart refrigerators, it's all advertisements, and so it's almost ending. And also like a double click away from using your credit card, and all this money is kind of made up. It's like, are we gonna end up getting payback for the fact that like we're overspending because of and then some people are like, oh well, that's probably in the user agreement when you say like, ugh. But I'm like, I don't know, but it could be enough of us on this entire planet. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, I was bombarded with thinking I needed lymphatic drainage tools.
They're not going to admit the mass brainwashing type shit they've been trying to fucking do to us.
So we just have to have willpower.
We just have to. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Break it all, burn it all down.
How we were talking about fascism earlier?
Yeah.
Anyone want to Google how Mussolini ended up? I just say, let that be the warning to what will come eventually.
Yeah.
It might not be for another 20 years. It might not be for another 10 years, but something going to happen.
Right? It is going to happen.
Yeah. So.
All right. And I also think it's like, we have had parents that lived through the Great Depression. So it's kind of like sometimes the most radical thing you can do is not spend any money.
Yeah. But
it's hard.
they are making it harder because literally walking out, it's like $100 to do
But
like
you have to find community with
anything.
people who are also like I went to a really awesome party yesterday. It was a Pride kickback. And it was this artist Luis and another artist named Megan's house. And like it was really cool people. And there was, it's just I'm like I'm explaining what a party is. There's people and food and music and it's fun and it doesn't cost anything except for maybe bring them a gift. Like bring your
a
host
bottle
a
of
gift.
wine or
It's
something.
an exchange because free things aren't free. People will be like, oh, nothing in life is free. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Things can be in an exchange.
Yeah.
Like I can make
bartering. That's the whole vibe. We've been bartering as a species forever. Before the fucking capitalism bullshit.
What would be your main service that you would barter for?
I don't
Buzzy.
know, Buzzy. I haven't thought about it, Buzzy. I don't know.
Maybe podcasts?
Sure. I don't know how you can barter a podcast, but
well, maybe people are just gonna like, okay, I know how you can barter a podcast.
Okay.
We are currently sponsored by
well,
and then blah 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 blah.
But I'm hoping we get to the point where that doesn't become a thing because that's just more advertisement.
That's true. Duh. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. We really just need to like burn it all down.
Yeah, literally.
What is it? What's the expression that's popular? Fuck ICE, free Palestine, go birds.
Yeah. Shout out Hannah Einbinder, our old buddy.
Wherever you are.
She's in LA somewhere. Okay, is there like a movie or band or piece of media you feel like you were exposed to at too young of an age? And if so, what is it? And like, what's the story there?
The movie It.
Oh yeah, same.
Probably at like 5.
Same.
Or 6.
Same. I saw that like as maybe we watched it together.
Did we?
I don't know, but I saw it around that time too.
I know but I think I watched it at my grandmom's house on my mom's side.
Okay.
Isn't that weird about cousins?
Yeah. We have so much in common on the one side, and then the mom side is like, what's going on over there? I don't know about that. Your mom side cousin?
I know, but it's like, damn, like, why should you be so estranged? That should also be your aunt.
Yeah.
Or like you know what I mean? Like, we
It's
should have,
weird.
whatever, it is weird.
So how did that affect you? Do you retain a fear of
and
clowns?
all of the fucking Freddy Krueger movies.
Yeah. I also saw slasher movies very fucking young.
Yeah.
Like
R-rated movies very young.
R-rated movies very young. But for me, it was more so like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Faculty. Lots of exposure to murder and sex and not understanding fully what sex was.
And no
discussion, but then also telling all of my friends in like first grade, I'm like, yeah, I know what it is, and I'm like telling them.
I was dropping like F-bombs in first grade. Like
same. I like gave the middle finger once and then I got in trouble and I didn't know what it meant. I just like saw someone do it and was like, so it and all of the Freddy Krueger
I'm
movies.
not afraid of clowns. I just dislike them.
Yeah.
I gravely and yeah, I know there's a huge. I don't even want to talk about them. That's how much I can't stand them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Something about like reflecting on that makes me like, oh yeah, I was seeing a lot of movies that were not appropriate for my level of comprehension and what the fuck was going on. I do feel like movies raised me, kind of.
Me too.
That's like the whole vibe. Like Children of Neglect and just watching a lot of stuff.
TV, man. What's
Yeah.
more American than that?
Like straight up.
But yeah, no, I would say R-rated films because it's out of context. You're very scared. Like I saw Blow in theaters during my 10th birthday instead of Shrek. Shout out to my older siblings. I was like, man,
Shrek's boring. Let's go see.
I know, and I'm like,
10.
yeah. I was like, all right. There's a beautiful woman, Penelope Cruz,
Yeah,
and I
out.
guess this fucking loser guy from like Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't even think of Pirates.
Johnny Depp. Yeah.
He who must not be named.
Yeah, Blow was pre-Pirates for sure. I think it was like 2001.
And I'm Team Amber.
Yeah, of course.
Get mad about that, internet. Come at me. I'm serious. Honestly, engage with this post because then I'm gonna troll you back.
Okay.
Because I like trolling.
I love it. So, do you have anything that you would consider to be your weirdest coping mechanism when you're going through it, or your favorite coping mechanism?
Oh, coping. Oh yeah, I have a little dog with my domestic partner. And our dog is named Randy Isabel Molly, aka Rim Dog. Shout out. She's a Scorpio, so I might have to go to therapy over our relationship. I'm a little attached.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so definitely snuggles because that gives oxytocin.
Yeah.
So I love snuggling because I'm a drug addict. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a hormone addict.
Isn't that always what it is for everyone?
When we go through perimenopause, you better believe I'm going to be a hormone addict.
Oh my God, Buzzy,
Hormone
it's already
replacement.
starting for me, I think.
I mean, yeah, but I'm trying to ignore that.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to ignore it, but also okay. My sister said this perfectly the other day on the phone. She was like, "Oh, I was like, I just want to watch you cook," and she was because she's my older sister, and I would always just like watch her cook in the kitchen while I didn't do anything, and she was like, you know, like I forget what it was. I don't know what I was saying, but I did say something like, yeah. And she goes, you know, I was like, adulting is boring or something. Because adulting is like a big buzzword from the millennial era. I mean, era. She was like, you do adult. Like you're adulting. You just don't like to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because it gives me the ick.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Adults suck. You know why they suck? Because we're heartbroken. We are fucking devastated.
Yeah, adults are just a bunch of wounded kids who never figured out how to heal themselves for the most part.
You know,
and they hate kids because they hate that they hated their child. They actually hated their child.
We're jealous.
Yeah, I think that is what it is.
We're jealous that they have a what we consider a second round, a second chance.
Yeah.
But then everyone's like, oh, it's so shitty today, like from like 2026. And I'm like, you know what? Nothing's stopping us to thinking it's 1996 if you put a Beanie Baby on your shelf. I think I tweeted that. So I'm happy
time travel by just putting a Beanie Baby on my shelf.
You're like, wait a minute, we're still on planet Earth. You forget that. You're just like, wait, this is still the same fucking dusty ass planet.
Dusty ass planet, one of many planets in one solar system in a universe full of a bunch of who knows
Buzzy,
what.
do you believe in aliens?
Yes, of course. I think it's so arrogant to think we're the only living creatures in the entire universe. Are you kidding? We can't even begin to understand. I think there's multiple Earths out there. I think in the universe, however many stars there could be other little solar systems that evolved of like Earth type planets that have other forms of life and, you know, or whatever else might be out there in aliens. It's totally different from Earth. It's huge and ever expansive, and we are a tiny speck of dust within this gigantic thing that we can only even begin to comprehend. So I think it's like weird to think we're the only ones. Like it's so American / human to be like, yeah, nobody else but us. So self-involved.
Period.
Okay, we have one last question for you. You ready for it?
This has been so fun.
I've been having so much fun. You look so cute, Buzzy.
I hope. That's all I can hope for.
So it's all I could ever hope for.
It's
what would you consider to be your most problematic opinion that you are willing to admit on a public podcast, and or problematic behavior you engage in when you're going through it? Maybe trolling could be that for you, or just a hot take you want to pop off to the people.
Okay, people who have never worked in food and beverage should not say anything about tipping and just need to leave 20%.
Absolutely.
If you don't think that if you think that somebody's turning the tip screen at a place that you shouldn't be tipping, then don't do it. I'm so sick and tired of people being like, I'm just so confused. It's so awkward. Like, why does like the gas station person want me to tip? Don't do it if you don't think they did you a service. Just shut the fuck up.
Like,
shut the fuck up and just do 20%, okay? If you're going out, just shut the fuck up. I love you if you're my friend and you never worked in the food service industry. Like, I love you. I hope you get a job busting dishes soon.
Yeah.
And I honestly, it's just so tacky to me.
Yeah.
And it disgusts me. But I'm also just like, y'all disgust me.
I'm with you. I think that's a fine opinion to have, and
it's become this like thing, like tipping culture is out of control. Why don't restaurants pay a living wage? First of all, some of them do. One, and the other ones that don't, that are relying off of tips, yeah, that sucks. But it's they're serving food, so it's the amount of like we all know why ordering out is popular.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to cook.
Yeah.
And no one wants to do dishes.
People are doing a service. You're basically like renting, having a butler or whatever.
Yeah,
the
and
fact
it's
for a moment.
you're also hopefully like, yeah, and you know what? This is where it remains of the day. Being a butler should have some sort of nobility, but then I mean, I don't know about that, but I do know that like it's not only like hiring a butler for the day, but it's hiring a human. It's not hiring. It's an exchange. It's a money exchange. We're just here to get our coins, and guess what? A lot of people are interesting who work in the food and beverage industry because it's one of the main. It's a main industry. It's a main industry, and we're feeding people. And the reason why there's restaurants everywhere is because no one wants to cook.
Yeah.
And there's also responsibility to make sure that the food is okay.
Yeah.
Like so that you're not getting poisoned.
Yeah.
So if you think it's too expensive to go out, just eat at home. Like shut the fuck up.
If you're gonna eat out, tip.
Yeah, and tip well.
Yeah.
And then if someone is turning their fucking little computer and it's giving you an option and you're insulted that they're trying to get one on you, everyone's trying to get a little more money. Why is that so crazy? Just don't give them a tip if you don't want to give them a tip.
Yeah.
But don't tweet about it.
Oh god.
It's so disgusting because then people start talking about like my livelihood and like our like what mind your business.
Yeah.
Like, just mind your business.
I also am like, let's just stop tweeting about literally every single little thing and let's actually maybe put those words into action and get involved.
Yeah.
I think that's something I see a lot of people tweeting threadsing about, guys, what are we going to do? Why isn't anybody doing anything about blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hey,
you're a person.
You're a person. Go find one of your local orgs that you can get involved in to do mutual aid work, to do organizing, to do anything that that's the only way it will change is if people collectively come together to organize and work towards a better vision for something. And that starts with getting the fuck off your phone and getting offline and
you know
like
what, though?
finding something or maybe being on your phone for a second to look up what you can get involved with. They have Instagram accounts, I'm telling you.
And you know what though? A lot of people love to vent.
Yeah.
I get it. That's where trolling comes from.
100%. We can hold space. There can be both. I just need people to stop acting as though tweeting into the void is really actually going to be the thing, and having a bunch of like likes and retweets is going to be the thing that actually makes a difference, because it simply isn't. If you have a large following, use that to draw attention to things that matter to you and your communities. That's my 2 cents, but
you're awesome and your hair color is gorgeous.
Thanks, Fuzzy. Thank you for joining me today. This has been so much fun. I'm so glad.
Did I promote anything?
Yeah, please. Anything you want to promote?
Promotion?
Anything you want to promote? Follow Margo at AverageLover69. And what do you got going on coming up?
So we've been working on releasing a EP, me and my comedy partner / domestic partner, my boyfriend, Austin Miller. But we might be changing our band name.
Oh, shit.
Because there's another duo out there that has the same name.
Dang, that's fucked.
But I am going to be releasing a song called Vanity.
I love this song. It's so good.
It's actually been a little bit touched up.
I can't wait to hear it.
Great.
I can't wait to hear the new version.
It's been sped up.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dance Club remix.
And then also, I guess if anybody in LA wants to come and grab some fun drinks or hang out by a pool downtown, you can check me out at Freehand. The bar is called Broken Shaker. It's a great place to bring people and dance.
Come with me. I'm going to go visit Margo there. So if you want to have a little fun Bateman Cousin day, we can go together and hang out with Margo by the pool.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Trauma Bond with Teresa Bateman. This podcast is hosted, created, and edited by me, Teresa Bateman, produced by Ali Giordani. Our perfect theme song is written and performed by Tolliver. We are an independent podcast, so if you like what you hear, please leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. And you can also join us as a paid subscriber on Substack for any exclusive bonus content, or if you just want to support the podcast and what we do. Bye!
And light another dude, cause it's what? It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. Them boys, they love the trauma. Them girls, they love the drama. NB just slapped my mama. Oh God, here comes the karma. Let's go. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma